Kyoto is visited by many tourists.
Kyoto is visited by many tourists.
We worked on a farm last summer.
We worked on a farm last summer.
Is anybody here?
Is anybody here?
Did you hear the roar of the lions?
Did you hear the roar of the lions?
They live nearby.
They live nearby.
What are you two doing?
What are you two doing?
Please come back after half an hour.
Please come back after half an hour.
This yogurt tastes strange.
This yogurt tastes strange.
It is raining now.
It is raining now.
Why is the baby crying?
Why is the baby crying?
He has brown eyes.
He has brown eyes.
He is making great progress in English.
He is making great progress in English.
I got up at 7.
I got up at 7.
There are many parks in our town.
There are many parks in our town.
I got on the train.
I got on the train.
We are getting off at the next station.
We are getting off at the next station.
Turn off the light.
Turn off the light.
She may not come.
She may not come.
People don't say that anymore.
People don't say that anymore.
I found the test difficult.
I found the test difficult.
My stomach is full.
My stomach is full.
Keep away from the fire.
Keep away from the fire.
Don't distract me while I am studying.
Don't distract me while I am studying.
As was expected, he won the prize.
As was expected, he won the prize.
We stayed there for 3 months.
We stayed there for 3 months.
I felt lonely.
I felt lonely.
I agree to your proposal.
I agree to your proposal.
I watched the game from beginning to end.
I watched the game from beginning to end.
I'm going to take the 10:30 train.
I'm going to take the 10:30 train.
I've had enough.
I've had enough.
Let's take a trip.
Let's take a trip.
Last night, I listened to radio.
Last night, I listened to radio.
This is the village where I was born.
This is the village where I was born.
A lot of soldiers died here.
A lot of soldiers died here.
I bought an old lamp.
I bought an old lamp.
I must think it over before answering you.
I must think it over before answering you.
This product is made in Italy.
This product is made in Italy.
Einstein was a mathematical genius.
Einstein was a mathematical genius.
Something must be wrong with the machinery.
Something must be wrong with the machinery.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Health is better than wealth.
Health is better than wealth.
I want to read this book.
I want to read this book.
He's used to speaking in public.
He's used to speaking in public.
I've just come back.
I've just come back.
You should have seen the picture.
You should have seen the picture.
Is it large enough?
Is it large enough?
He is influential.
He is influential.
What do you want to do in the future?
What do you want to do in the future?
We eat soup with a spoon.
We eat soup with a spoon.
Do you like apples?
Do you like apples?
She lives in a huge house.
She lives in a huge house.
How did you get to know Mary?
How did you get to know Mary?
I can't say.
I can't say.
Americans eat a lot of meat.
Americans eat a lot of meat.
Is that all?
Is that all?
Make room for the baggage.
Make room for the baggage.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
The air became warm.
The air became warm.
He traveled all over the world.
He traveled all over the world.
I was born in Osaka on March 5, 1977.
I was born in Osaka on March 5, 1977.
Keep it in mind.
Keep it in mind.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Don't cut the cake with a knife.
Don't cut the cake with a knife.
France was at war with Russia.
France was at war with Russia.
You must help her.
You must help her.
How long have you played soccer?
How long have you played soccer?
The story had a happy ending.
The story had a happy ending.
Don't call me so late at night.
Don't call me so late at night.
The average of 7, 10, and 16 is 11.
The average of 7, 10, and 16 is 11.
Are you feeling better?
Are you feeling better?
Do you know whose car this is?
Do you know whose car this is?
Dinner is ready.
Dinner is ready.
I bought a pair of boots.
I bought a pair of boots.
I felt rather puzzled.
I felt rather puzzled.
He can play tennis.
He can play tennis.
I have nothing to complain about.
I have nothing to complain about.
The rain lasted 5 days.
The rain lasted 5 days.
Would you draw me a map?
Would you draw me a map?
I guess that you can't do it.
I guess that you can't do it.
I love him despite his faults.
I love him despite his faults.
There is a strong bond of affection between them.
There is a strong bond of affection between them.
Did you have a good sleep?
Did you have a good sleep?
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
She tried in vain not to cry.
She tried in vain not to cry.
You may go.
You may go.
I live in Japan.
I live in Japan.
Each student has a locker.
Each student has a locker.
You may come with us if you want to.
You may come with us if you want to.
He was humiliated by her.
He was humiliated by her.
I heard a Japanese nightingale.
I heard a Japanese nightingale.
She enjoyed herself at the concert.
She enjoyed herself at the concert.
He turned off all the lights at 11.
He turned off all the lights at 11.
Is this a radio?
Is this a radio?
I have nothing to do with them.
I have nothing to do with them.
It was quite dark when I got home.
It was quite dark when I got home.
He did not speak unless spoken to.
He did not speak unless spoken to.
She solved the problem with ease.
She solved the problem with ease.
I have a book about fishing.
I have a book about fishing.
I met him at the station.
I met him at the station.
The sky is blue.
The sky is blue.
He was sentenced to death.
He was sentenced to death.
She made him happy.
She made him happy.
We are going to have a baby.
We are going to have a baby.
She didn't like the horse at first.
She didn't like the horse at first.
Animals cannot distinguish right from wrong.
Animals cannot distinguish right from wrong.
Don't make me laugh.
Don't make me laugh.
When does the movie start?
When does the movie start?
I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name.
What's that building?
What's that building?
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
You are home late.
You are home late.
You need to pay in advance.
You need to pay in advance.
My father's car is new.
My father's car is new.
Would you like me to call a taxi?
Would you like me to call a taxi?
Don't be late.
Don't be late.
Don't run here.
Don't run here.
Let's play.
Let's play.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Angola was once a Portuguese territory.
Angola was once a Portuguese territory.
What's going on?
What's going on?
We must act at once.
We must act at once.
Come along with me.
Come along with me.
I haven't eaten since breakfast and I'm very hungry.
I haven't eaten since breakfast and I'm very hungry.
He was too busy to notice it.
He was too busy to notice it.
We laughed and laughed.
We laughed and laughed.
Do you have better quality ones?
Do you have better quality ones?
The boy took the radio apart.
The boy took the radio apart.
A person with average intelligence would understand that.
A person with average intelligence would understand that.
Do you have a headache and a sore throat?
Do you have a headache and a sore throat?
There are billions of stars in the sky.
There are billions of stars in the sky.
She gradually began to understand.
She gradually began to understand.
She is writing a letter now.
She is writing a letter now.
Soccer is more popular than baseball.
Soccer is more popular than baseball.
Don't forget to see me tomorrow morning.
Don't forget to see me tomorrow morning.
She is married to a foreigner.
She is married to a foreigner.
This is all I can do.
This is all I can do.
It is high time we said goodbye.
It is high time we said goodbye.
He is lying.
He is lying.
In a democracy, all citizens have equal rights.
In a democracy, all citizens have equal rights.
He wishes to erase bad memories.
He wishes to erase bad memories.
He may be on the next train.
He may be on the next train.
You ought not to miss it.
You ought not to miss it.
Don't put your elbows on the table.
Don't put your elbows on the table.
I don't like English.
I don't like English.
Why are you so angry?
Why are you so angry?
You can park here.
You can park here.
It is Sunday tomorrow.
It is Sunday tomorrow.
You play a musical instrument, don't you?
You play a musical instrument, don't you?
Give him time.
Give him time.
I've made lots of friends.
I've made lots of friends.
He abandoned his family.
He abandoned his family.
He began to shout.
He began to shout.
The room is full of flowers.
The room is full of flowers.
I will wait here until he comes back.
I will wait here until he comes back.
Luck is against me.
Luck is against me.
I can't drink any more beer.
I can't drink any more beer.
I'm begging you.
I'm begging you.
The sisters are both blondes.
The sisters are both blondes.
What lovely eyes she has.
What lovely eyes she has.
I'm saving up to buy a new car.
I'm saving up to buy a new car.
We talked about yesterday's test.
We talked about yesterday's test.
Watch your step.
Watch your step.
My mother took me to the park.
My mother took me to the park.
You have to come with me.
You have to come with me.
The climate here is mild.
The climate here is mild.
I don't know when my mother will come back.
I don't know when my mother will come back.
Why don't you come in?
Why don't you come in?
Why did she interrupt me?
Why did she interrupt me?
The ship dropped anchor.
The ship dropped anchor.
This book is mine.
This book is mine.
The new method was anything but ideal.
The new method was anything but ideal.
Bring me the newspaper.
Bring me the newspaper.
My sister has a nice piano.
My sister has a nice piano.
She sews with a needle and thread.
She sews with a needle and thread.
She could not find her way back.
She could not find her way back.
I write poems in my free time.
I write poems in my free time.
My watch loses 2 minutes a day.
My watch loses 2 minutes a day.
Have a good look at this picture.
Have a good look at this picture.
A year has 12 months.
A year has 12 months.
I trust you.
I trust you.
My father works for a bank.
My father works for a bank.
He might change his mind.
He might change his mind.
He's already left.
He's already left.
I had my watch stolen yesterday.
I had my watch stolen yesterday.
How rude of you.
How rude of you.
He is afraid of his own shadow.
He is afraid of his own shadow.
This book is much more useful than that one.
This book is much more useful than that one.
How was your weekend?
How was your weekend?
She raised her hand.
She raised her hand.
I'm sorry for being late.
I'm sorry for being late.
Do you know who he is?
Do you know who he is?
Why do you study English every day?
Why do you study English every day?
Is her story true?
Is her story true?
He is often absent from school.
He is often absent from school.
If it rains tomorrow, will you stay at home?
If it rains tomorrow, will you stay at home?
Not knowing what to say, she just smiled.
Not knowing what to say, she just smiled.
You are late.
You are late.
He is a scientist.
He is a scientist.
He shined his shoes.
He shined his shoes.
This time I'll try it.
This time I'll try it.
This box is empty. It has nothing in it.
This box is empty. It has nothing in it.
Please save my place.
Please save my place.
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
She appears to have a lot of friends.
She appears to have a lot of friends.
I admire his courage.
I admire his courage.
Do you know what it is?
Do you know what it is?
I can't smoke.
I can't smoke.
I can see the top of the mountain.
I can see the top of the mountain.
He claims he knows nothing about her.
He claims he knows nothing about her.
The answer was yes.
The answer was yes.
She is brushing her hair.
She is brushing her hair.
Take off your socks.
Take off your socks.
I miss you very much.
I miss you very much.
He comes here once a month.
He comes here once a month.
The dog was dead.
The dog was dead.
Did you do this on your own?
Did you do this on your own?
Cross the street.
Cross the street.
I had an excellent breakfast at 7.
I had an excellent breakfast at 7.
The old castle lay in ruins.
The old castle lay in ruins.
I was out all day.
I was out all day.
Don't shout.
Don't shout.
Don't be so reserved.
Don't be so reserved.
They lived happily ever after.
They lived happily ever after.
You may bring whoever wants to come.
You may bring whoever wants to come.
I like butter better than cheese.
I like butter better than cheese.
Someday your dream will come true.
Someday your dream will come true.
They speak English and French in Canada.
They speak English and French in Canada.
There are various kinds of coffee.
There are various kinds of coffee.
The tie doesn't go with my suit.
The tie doesn't go with my suit.
I'm sorry I'm late.
I'm sorry I'm late.
What time does school begin?
What time does school begin?
He easily gets angry.
He easily gets angry.
After we had tea, we began the discussion.
After we had tea, we began the discussion.
Keep in touch.
Keep in touch.
That was of great help to me.
That was of great help to me.
She sat next to me.
She sat next to me.
She stopped talking.
She stopped talking.
How old do you think she is?
How old do you think she is?
He was cheating.
He was cheating.
He put the key on the desk as usual.
He put the key on the desk as usual.
I'm from America.
I'm from America.
The pond dried up last summer.
The pond dried up last summer.
I didn't hear you.
I didn't hear you.
That movie is worth seeing.
That movie is worth seeing.
He hasn't come yet.
He hasn't come yet.
I heard a noise behind me.
I heard a noise behind me.
Bring me today's paper, please.
Bring me today's paper, please.
I have not heard from her yet.
I have not heard from her yet.
She isn't poor.
She isn't poor.
My dog is white.
My dog is white.
She got angry.
She got angry.
That's enough for today.
That's enough for today.
There were hundreds of birds on the lake.
There were hundreds of birds on the lake.
The game was cancelled at the last minute.
The game was cancelled at the last minute.
We make milk into cheese and butter.
We make milk into cheese and butter.
This apple tastes very sour.
This apple tastes very sour.
I couldn't sleep well last night.
I couldn't sleep well last night.
Please iron the shirt.
Please iron the shirt.
There was almost nothing in the room.
There was almost nothing in the room.
I feel so happy today.
I feel so happy today.
Children like watching television.
Children like watching television.
I wonder why he is so angry.
I wonder why he is so angry.
I'll take the next bus.
I'll take the next bus.
He has a deep voice.
He has a deep voice.
You are free to go home.
You are free to go home.
I have life insurance.
I have life insurance.
May I come in?
May I come in?
He has a camera.
He has a camera.
I expect your help.
I expect your help.
Tom lost his job.
Tom lost his job.
When did you hear the news?
When did you hear the news?
Everyone laughed at me yesterday.
Everyone laughed at me yesterday.
He lost hope and killed himself by taking poison.
He lost hope and killed himself by taking poison.
Don't depend on your parents too much.
Don't depend on your parents too much.
I played tennis with my brother.
I played tennis with my brother.
He asked her where she lived.
He asked her where she lived.
I owe $10 to her.
I owe $10 to her.
I would like to improve my English pronunciation.
I would like to improve my English pronunciation.
There is a lot of furniture in his room.
There is a lot of furniture in his room.
I'll kill him.
I'll kill him.
He suggested a plan similar to mine.
He suggested a plan similar to mine.
Fortunately, I was on time.
Fortunately, I was on time.
Are we allowed to use the elevator?
Are we allowed to use the elevator?
I have a lot of work to do.
I have a lot of work to do.
My mother speaks slowly.
My mother speaks slowly.
In basketball, tall players have an advantage.
In basketball, tall players have an advantage.
Your shoes are here. Where are mine?
Your shoes are here. Where are mine?
She has blue eyes.
She has blue eyes.
He can't stay long.
He can't stay long.
The people rebelled against the king.
The people rebelled against the king.
The boy carved his name on the tree.
The boy carved his name on the tree.
Tell me about him.
Tell me about him.
I like going for a walk in the park.
I like going for a walk in the park.
There are 50 states in the United States.
There are 50 states in the United States.
I'm a good sailor.
I'm a good sailor.
I am a cook.
I am a cook.
I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
He told me that he was very tired then.
He told me that he was very tired then.
My father took us to the zoo.
My father took us to the zoo.
3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water.
3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water.
Tom hurt himself.
Tom hurt himself.
Could you please pass me the salt?
Could you please pass me the salt?
We'll have lived here for 2 years next April.
We'll have lived here for 2 years next April.
German is not an easy language.
German is not an easy language.
He's out now.
He's out now.
How old are your children?
How old are your children?
I know where she is.
I know where she is.
I dislike big cities.
I dislike big cities.
The bridge is built of wood.
The bridge is built of wood.
Tom arrived last.
Tom arrived last.
That's weird.
That's weird.
I look forward to my birthday.
I look forward to my birthday.
In Japan, school starts in April.
In Japan, school starts in April.
I have been in Paris.
I have been in Paris.
I fell in love with her.
I fell in love with her.
We put off our baseball game for 2 days.
We put off our baseball game for 2 days.
Who wrote the letter?
Who wrote the letter?
I visited her on Sunday morning.
I visited her on Sunday morning.
These articles are not for sale.
These articles are not for sale.
Lay it on the table.
Lay it on the table.
I am going to study.
I am going to study.
Iron is much more useful than gold.
Iron is much more useful than gold.
Tom walked across the street.
Tom walked across the street.
He saw there what he had dreamed about.
He saw there what he had dreamed about.
I have been studying English for 4 years.
I have been studying English for 4 years.
She is capable of teaching English.
She is capable of teaching English.
The dog looks hungry.
The dog looks hungry.
He has bought a new car.
He has bought a new car.
I'll remember that.
I'll remember that.
You are always late.
You are always late.
She looked sad.
She looked sad.
I can't put up with him.
I can't put up with him.
I'm disappointed that he's not here.
I'm disappointed that he's not here.
He was alone.
He was alone.
That's hard to say.
That's hard to say.
Are you good at tennis?
Are you good at tennis?
You are very beautiful.
You are very beautiful.
Have a nice weekend.
Have a nice weekend.
You have to go.
You have to go.
Water the plants.
Water the plants.
Keep in touch.
Keep in touch.
My vacation went by quickly.
My vacation went by quickly.
He has more than 5 dictionaries.
He has more than 5 dictionaries.
I don't know where to go.
I don't know where to go.
He rested his hand on my shoulder.
He rested his hand on my shoulder.
Have you decided to go to Japan?
Have you decided to go to Japan?
The computer is a relatively recent invention.
The computer is a relatively recent invention.
He took a day off.
He took a day off.
I will be back soon.
I will be back soon.
Oranges are rich in vitamin C.
Oranges are rich in vitamin C.
She was well dressed.
She was well dressed.
So far everything has been going well.
So far everything has been going well.
She cleaned the house all by herself.
She cleaned the house all by herself.
There is a garden in front of the house.
There is a garden in front of the house.
I went to the hospital yesterday.
I went to the hospital yesterday.
He's a volleyball player.
He's a volleyball player.
I would rather stay at home than go shopping.
I would rather stay at home than go shopping.
Don't use all the hot water.
Don't use all the hot water.
I'm very sad to hear that.
I'm very sad to hear that.
Here they come.
Here they come.
He hates carrots.
He hates carrots.
What do you need?
What do you need?
What do you call this fish in English?
What do you call this fish in English?
What have you done with your car?
What have you done with your car?
I am leaving next week.
I am leaving next week.
She is really cute.
She is really cute.
We waste a lot of time.
We waste a lot of time.
Does this bus go to the museum?
Does this bus go to the museum?
Do you have anything to say?
Do you have anything to say?
She smiled, waving her hand.
She smiled, waving her hand.
He is afraid to fly in an airplane.
He is afraid to fly in an airplane.
My brother has never climbed Mount Fuji.
My brother has never climbed Mount Fuji.
I left it unlocked.
I left it unlocked.
I want to sleep a little more.
I want to sleep a little more.
She trembled with fear.
She trembled with fear.
What do you think about the book?
What do you think about the book?
We have dinner at 7.
We have dinner at 7.
I have no friends.
I have no friends.
Put your hands up.
Put your hands up.
He grew a beard to look more mature.
He grew a beard to look more mature.
Do you like music?
Do you like music?
I do not watch television.
I do not watch television.
I'm home, Mom.
I'm home, Mom.
The birds flew to the south.
The birds flew to the south.
The new car is hers.
The new car is hers.
I'm really tired today.
I'm really tired today.
He wanted to be in the newspapers.
He wanted to be in the newspapers.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
He has just come back from Paris.
He has just come back from Paris.
Do you accept Visa?
Do you accept Visa?
He bought eggs and milk from a farmer.
He bought eggs and milk from a farmer.
Will it be hot tomorrow?
Will it be hot tomorrow?
He took part in the race.
He took part in the race.
Her voice was soft and beautiful.
Her voice was soft and beautiful.
He is my teacher.
He is my teacher.
When can we eat?
When can we eat?
A new student came into the class.
A new student came into the class.
I cleared the table.
I cleared the table.
Tell him not to be late for school.
Tell him not to be late for school.
Cats dislike being wet.
Cats dislike being wet.
All is well.
All is well.
The bus stop is across the street.
The bus stop is across the street.
Our teacher comes to school by car.
Our teacher comes to school by car.
I met her in London for the first time.
I met her in London for the first time.
He is always laughing.
He is always laughing.
He spoke very loudly.
He spoke very loudly.
I shouldn't have done it.
I shouldn't have done it.
The story sounds true.
The story sounds true.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
Today is Sunday.
Today is Sunday.
Please book me a room in a first-class hotel.
Please book me a room in a first-class hotel.
My driver's license will expire next week.
My driver's license will expire next week.
They did not know what to do first.
They did not know what to do first.
You are beautiful.
You are beautiful.
She went to Mexico by herself.
She went to Mexico by herself.
I need a police car.
I need a police car.
Who helps your mother?
Who helps your mother?
Please wait here.
Please wait here.
I know what his name is.
I know what his name is.
His mother is worried about him.
His mother is worried about him.
Look at that shooting star.
Look at that shooting star.
He lives alone in an apartment.
He lives alone in an apartment.
The twins are indistinguishable from each other.
The twins are indistinguishable from each other.
It's very good.
It's very good.
He has been sick for a week.
He has been sick for a week.
You like it, don't you?
You like it, don't you?
Do you have any allergies?
Do you have any allergies?
May I speak to you?
May I speak to you?
I'm satisfied with my current income.
I'm satisfied with my current income.
I don't go to school on Sunday.
I don't go to school on Sunday.
Fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blanks.
Tom is always playing video games.
Tom is always playing video games.
He is a born poet.
He is a born poet.
Tom was like a father to Mary.
Tom was like a father to Mary.
It makes little difference.
It makes little difference.
I cannot read without glasses.
I cannot read without glasses.
I saw her at the party.
I saw her at the party.
I wish I were a bird.
I wish I were a bird.
Give me a ring if you find out anything.
Give me a ring if you find out anything.
I have a computer.
I have a computer.
Do you know if he has a girlfriend?
Do you know if he has a girlfriend?
Get into the car.
Get into the car.
Frankly speaking, I don't like you.
Frankly speaking, I don't like you.
I'm always moody.
I'm always moody.
How much money do you want?
How much money do you want?
I will be leaving for Australia next month.
I will be leaving for Australia next month.
Tom's speech was excellent.
Tom's speech was excellent.
It's against the rules.
It's against the rules.
I didn't believe him at first.
I didn't believe him at first.
All the students protested against the war.
All the students protested against the war.
She was afraid of the dog.
She was afraid of the dog.
He goes to school by bicycle.
He goes to school by bicycle.
He keeps his word.
He keeps his word.
I wish that we could spend more time together.
I wish that we could spend more time together.
Ask him about it.
Ask him about it.
They must be waiting for you.
They must be waiting for you.
I bought a new sewing machine.
I bought a new sewing machine.
He is listening to the radio.
He is listening to the radio.
You must not speak so loudly here.
You must not speak so loudly here.
Clear off the table.
Clear off the table.
There is a radio on the table.
There is a radio on the table.
We had a secret meeting.
We had a secret meeting.
They drive on the left in England.
They drive on the left in England.
They live near the school.
They live near the school.
He has already finished his homework.
He has already finished his homework.
Can your mother drive a car?
Can your mother drive a car?
What languages do they speak in Korea?
What languages do they speak in Korea?
My basket is under the table.
My basket is under the table.
He took off his hat.
He took off his hat.
I saw a boy crossing the street.
I saw a boy crossing the street.
I can't bear the pain.
I can't bear the pain.
She used to play basketball.
She used to play basketball.
My grandfather's picture is on the wall.
My grandfather's picture is on the wall.
Can I use this dictionary of yours?
Can I use this dictionary of yours?
He gave me his stamp of approval.
He gave me his stamp of approval.
They looked very happy.
They looked very happy.
I saw him last week.
I saw him last week.
This knife cuts well.
This knife cuts well.
Can you ride a horse?
Can you ride a horse?
I read about him in the newspaper.
I read about him in the newspaper.
He is swimming in the river.
He is swimming in the river.
Is your school far from your home?
Is your school far from your home?
Please help yourself to the cake.
Please help yourself to the cake.
I hope you are all well.
I hope you are all well.
It is easy to play tennis.
It is easy to play tennis.
She doesn't have any enemies.
She doesn't have any enemies.
Are you sure of your answer?
Are you sure of your answer?
Didn't I lend you some money yesterday?
Didn't I lend you some money yesterday?
He witnessed the accident.
He witnessed the accident.
I brought you a little something.
I brought you a little something.
I bumped into him at the station.
I bumped into him at the station.
My brother bought an electric guitar.
My brother bought an electric guitar.
Help yourself, please.
Help yourself, please.
Women tend to live longer than men.
Women tend to live longer than men.
What's your real purpose?
What's your real purpose?
This machine can print 60 pages a minute.
This machine can print 60 pages a minute.
Your nose is bleeding.
Your nose is bleeding.
May I ask a favor of you?
May I ask a favor of you?
He finished it as quick as lightning.
He finished it as quick as lightning.